Thunder and lightning crash above a Scottish moor. 3 haggard old women, the witches, appear out of the storm. In eerie-changing tones, they make plans to meet again upon the heath after the battle to confront Macbeth. As quickly as they arrive, they disappear.
At a military camp near his palace at Forres, King Duncan of Scotland asked a wounded captain for news about the Scots' battle with the Irish invaders, who are led by the rebel Macdonald. The captain, who was wounded helping Duncan's son Malcolm escape capture by the Irish, replies that the Scottish generals Macbeth and Banquo fought with great courage and violence. The captain then describes for Duncan how Macbeth slew the traitorous Macdonald. As the captain is carried off to have his wounds attended to, the Thane of Ross, a Scottish nobleman, enters and tells the king that the traitorous Thane of Cawdor has been defeated and the army of Norway repelled. Duncan decrees that the Thane of Cawdor be put to death, and that Macbeth, the hero of the victorious army, be given Cawdor's title. Ross leaves to deliver the news to Macbeth.
At the king's palace, Duncan hears reports of Cawdor's execution from his son Malcolm, who says that Cawdor died nobly, confessing freely and repenting of his crimes. Macbeth and Banquo enter with Ross and Angus. Duncan thanks the 2 generals profusely for their heroism in the battle, and they profess their loyalty and gratitude towards Duncan. Macbeth is Duncan's kinsman, subject and host. Moreover, the king is universally admired as a virtuous ruler. Macbeth notes that these circumstances offer him nothing that he can use to motivate himself. He faces the fact that there is no reason to kill the king other than his own ambition, which he realizes is an unreliable guide.
That was weird. I don't know what the hell that did that.
Yeah, what?
Mac declares that he no longer intends to kill Duncan. Lady Mac, outraged, calls him a coward and questions his manhood. When you durst to do it, she says, then you were a man. He asks her what will happen if they fail. She promises that as long as they are bold, they will be successful. Then she tells him her plan. While Duncan sleeps, she will give him his chamberlains wine to give them drunk, and then she and Mac can slip in and murder Duncan. They will smear the blood of Duncan on the sleeping chamberlains to cast the guilt upon them. Astonished in the brilliance and darling of their plan, Mac tells his wife that her undaunted mettle makes him hope that she will only give birth to male children. He then agrees to proceed with the murder.
Macbeth soon meets up with the 2, and Banquo tells the king is asleep and he had a dream about 3 weird sisters. Banquo knows what the witches have told Macbeth, but Macbeth denies it, claiming he has not thought of the witches since their encounter. Eventually, Banquo and Fleance leave Macbeth alone in the hall. Macbeth sees a dagger floating in the air. This is just a vision. It is not actually present. The handle is towards his hand and the tip is facing Duncan's room. He attempts to grab the weapon but fails. Upon the false appearance of blood on the blade, Macbeth snaps out of it and realizes this is just the cause of his uneasiness of the task about to take place. He is overwhelmed of anxiety and fear, and the night seems to be filled with hatred and supernatural observances. Macbeth finally comes to and resolves himself to do the bloody work. Soon the sound of the bell is heard. Lady Macbeth signals to Duncan that the lords and servants are now asleep. You ready? Lady Macbeth has a moment to herself, acclaiming her boldness and bravery. She images Macbeth killing Duncan at the moment when Macbeth cries out. Fear strikes her, thinking the lords woke and caught Macbeth in the act. All of a sudden, Macbeth emerges, hands doused in blood. He claims upon murdering Duncan, the servants awoke and prayed and went back to sleep. Macbeth is badly shaken, fearful and in panic. Lady Macbeth notices that her husband had forgotten to leave the dagger planted with the lords, so she tells him to do so. Woefully aroused, he refuses and begins breaking down. Lady Macbeth scolds him and tells him to be a man and that he should be embarrassed. She takes it upon herself to plant the dagger in blood to accuse the drunken lords. In disgust, they both wash their hands and head to the bed at the sound of someone knocking at the door.
Early the next morning, Macbeth awakes and walks to the hall. Macduff enters his castle and asks if King Duncan is awake. Duncan had to speak to Macduff when the sun rose. Macbeth offers to take Macduff to Duncan's chamber, and when they arrive, they see his dead body. Lennox, a servant to Duncan, runs and proclaims the news to the castle. Malcolm and Donalbain arrive at the castle, sons of Duncan, and hires to the throne. And do not think they are safe, since they are next in line for royalty. Both brothers decide to flee the country, Malcolm to England and Donalbain to Ireland. Ross, a Thane, speaks with Macduff outside the castle to the weird things happening over the last few days. Macbeth has been made king by the other lords and is now riding the scone to be crowned. Macduff returns to his home where he is the Thane of Fife. At the castle of Forres, Banquo and Macbeth speak. Banquo thinks to himself of how the witches protect Macbeth would become king, which has now been true. They also said the future kings will be the sons of Banquo. He wonders when this will happen. Fleance and Banquo take a horse ride in the evening and plan on returning for the feast Macbeth is going to prepare. Once they leave, Macbeth speaks with the nameless men who he has hired to eliminate his one true threat. They are told to remain in the castle until otherwise noted, and are reminded that Fleance must be taken out as well. Macbeth is delirious, overcome with guilt from the murders. He confronts Lady Macbeth, and she forces him to remain emotionless to avoid suspicion.
In a park near the castle, Fleance and Banquo arrive heading back in the dark. They dismount their horses and the murderers attack. Banquo is killed, but in the darkness, Fleance manages to escape. The murderers deliver Banquo's dead body to Macbeth, but tell him that Fleance has survived. This causes Macbeth some further grief. That evening, Macbeth and his lady arrive at their feast and greet their guests. When Macbeth approaches his chair, Banquo's ghost is already sitting in it. Macbeth speaks to the ghost, who is invisible to every other member present, and they begin to believe Macbeth is going crazy due to his strange behavior. Lady Macbeth makes excuses to those in attendance and questions Macbeth's manhood and courage to his face. The guests depart, and Macbeth decides he will revisit the witches tomorrow. Late that night, Lennox speaks with a lord. Fleance has been blamed for his father's murder and fled. Macbeth is being called a tyrant for the murders of Duncan and Banquo. Lennox is informed that Macduff has gone to England and assisted Malcolm in asking England's King Edward for help. Word of this has spread, and Macbeth is preparing for war, but they hope Scotland will soon be saved from Macbeth.
In a dark cavern, a bubbling cauldron hisses and spits, and the three witches suddenly appear on stage. They circle the cauldron, chanting spells and adding ingredients to their stew. Hecate materializes and compliments the witches on their work. One of the witches then chants, "By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes." The crowned child holding a tree tells him that he is safe until Burnham Woods moves to Dunsinane Hill. Finally, a procession of 8 crowned kings walks by, the last carrying a mirror. Banquo's ghost walks at the end of the line. Macbeth demands to know the meaning of his last final vision, but the witches perform a mad dance and then vanish. Lennox enters and tells Macbeth that Macduff has fled to England. Macbeth resolves to send murderers to capture Macduff's castle and to kill Macduff's wife and children.
At Macduff's castle, Lady Macduff speaks to Ross, demanding to know why her husband has fled. She feels betrayed. Ross insists that she trusts her husband's judgment and then regretfully departs. Once he is gone, Lady Macduff tells her son that his son is dead, that his father's dead. But the little boy perceptibly argues that he is not. Suddenly, a messenger hurries in, warning Lady Macduff that she is in danger and urging her to flee. Lady Macduff protests, arguing that she has done no wrong. A group of murderers then enters. One of them denounces Macduff. Macduff's son calls the murderer a liar, and the murderer stabs him.
True.
Lady Macduff turns and runs, and the pack of killers chases after her.
Outside King Edward's palace, Malcolm speaks with Macduff, telling him that he does not trust him since he has left his family in Scotland and may be secretly working for Macduff to determine whether Macduff is trustworthy. Malcolm rambles on about his own vices. He admits that he wonders whether he is fit to be king since he claims to be lustful, greedy, and violent. At first, Macduff politely disagrees with his future king, but eventually Macduff cannot keep himself from crying out, "Oh, Scotland, Scotland!" Macduff's loyalty to Scotland leads him to agree that Malcolm is not fitted to govern Scotland, and perhaps not even to live. In giving voice to his disparagement, Macduff has passed Malcolm's test of loyalty. Malcolm then retracts the lies he has put forth about his supposed shortcomings and embraces Macduff as an ally. A doctor appears briefly and mentions that a crew of wretched souls waits for the King Edward so they may be cured. When the doctor leaves, Malcolm explains to Macduff that King Edward has his miraculous power to cure disease.
Ross enters. He has just arrived from
Scotland
and tells
Macduff
that his wife and children are well. He urges
Malcolm
to return to his country. Listening to the woes that have befallen
Scotland
since
Macbeth
took the crown.
Malcolm
Says that he will return with 10,000 soldiers lent to him by the English king. Then breaking down,
Ross
confesses to
Macduff
that
Macbeth
has murdered his wife and children.
Macduff
Is crushed with grief.
Malcolm
Urges him to turn his grief to anger and
Macduff
assures him that he will inflict revenge upon.
Macbeth.
Now today, we've got some fine celebrities here to
True.
finish off this good story. All right, so we have
True.
Justin Bieber,
I'm a believer. 2. Y'all already know what it is. Chains. What up, homie? What up? What up? Tell a story. Tell a story. What up? What up? Tell a story.
the lovely Kim Kardashian, Peter Griffin, yeah.
True.
We got Will Ferrell, Big W in the house.
Don't forget about my girl Ellen.
Yeah.
She gonna be showing up. She gonna be showing up.
That freak Amanda Bynes. Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't know why she's here. So, who else? We got Walter White. Be careful. He knows what's up.
We say Liam.
Liam, oh big
Liam.
boy.
Liam Neeson.
He will find you.
He will kill you.
And last, this reminds me of Step Brothers when they're doing the video. Okay, just leave it. And last, Big A.
2 Chains, baby.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, and little Harry P there. Oh, not that, guys. Harry Potter. Harry Potter, not Harry P. Harry
Either
Potter.
way, it's the same thing. You look
Yep.
at it.
Peace.
Peace out, Prestige Worldwide. Deuces.
And we forgot
One more?
because she just came out of the woods crawling.
Yeah, I don't know. It was Twerk Team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Twerk Team.
We're just gonna give you a little hint. She can't stop.
She won't stop.
Who
Here
is
we
it?
go. This first song. There we go.
Miley Cyrus. What?
With a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of fame, excess. Am I gonna fit in? Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy.